The world was excited, well, over a week ago when Mechazilla eventually gave the rocket booster a warm embrace and caught it in that sense. And that marked a major milestone for space travel. I mean, you maybe in a few years can travel to space without being an astronaut, right? So it's a big deal. And a lot of people are saying, wow, kudos Elon Musk, kudos SpaceX. What about Nigeria? And yes, what about Nigeria? Well, today on the show, we have two amazing young Nigerians who have developed a rover prototype, oh yes, that can actually explore Mars in the coming years. We're joined on the program, as you can see, by Samuel Oyefusi, a space innovator and mechanical engineering student, Pan Atlantic University. And right next to him, Ibukwan Falabi, space innovator as well, also mechanical engineering student, Pan Atlantic University. Innovators, welcome to the Morning Brief.
Thank you very much.
First, what do you call this this rover here, prototype? What's the name?
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people who are like, a lot of innovations happen outside the country. We were just stuck trying to pay for petrol, and also through the challenges of life. So when you reached out about this project, we're like, wow. This is great, and this is one of several happening in the country. So maybe you could give us a backstory. Why this, amidst all of the other extenuating challenges? Why did you decide to develop a rover prototype? What does it do, and all of that? So I'll be good with both of you. Whoever wants to go first, go first. Man, I'm excited about this. So you guys just take it away.
All right. So basically, the space industry in Africa is actually not doing so much. And you notice a lot of innovations currently undergoing in the Western world.
Yeah.
And basically, if you look at Nigeria, for example, I never knew about our satellites. Like, I didn't know about what's going on, like, in the space industry. Like, how many satellites do we have? What are we doing in the space sector? And I felt like I actually wanted to study aerospace engineering, but I was limited. So, and the closest course to study that was mechanical engineering, and we actually thought about a lot of things, and we're trying to see how we can contribute to the space industry. So, looking at Nigeria, for example, I think there's a lot of things we need to do, even in terms of security, in terms of agriculture, the food security, in terms of weather forecasting. Having so much investment in this space industry would really help us solve a lot of problems we're facing in Nigeria. So we actually signed up for a competition, and we were lucky we were able to ace the first stage. We came second, in Africa. And it was really, really exciting because we faced a lot of challenges trying to outsource for funds and trying to see how we can work together as a team. We're actually a team of 14 in school, so we reached out to a lot of people trying to see how we can develop something from scratch, not copy what NASA is doing. So NASA has developed different Mars rovers. So we have the Perseverance rover, the Curiosity rover. So we said we have to develop something unique it's Nigerian made, and we developed something that we can actually use, to actually show people that Nigeria got talent. And looking at this rover, it's actually the first, African rover in Africa, built in Nigeria. And you can see it has a lot of sensors, a lot of cameras, a lot of camera integrations, and we believe this would really push our government to see that there's an innovation, and there's a lot of things we need to do to address some of the problems we're facing in Nigeria. And I believe this innovation and this thing we're trying to do today would really showcase our talent, and also not just about that, just show that Africans, we have a stand to stand in the world. And because even from my interactions globally, I tried developing a project for NASA. It was a competition, and you won't believe I actually got denied because I was in Nigeria. So, and I after so much work, we were meant to build a CTB, a cargo transfer bag. So I reached out to the director, and the director of NASA program. So I told her that I really wanted to see how I can really contribute. But then she said that we actually don't have any form of collaboration with Nigeria. And that saddens my heart. But I'm really grateful that there's a lot of developments with this new administration. I see the NICOMSAT, and also the Ministry of of Innovation, Digital Communication, and Digital Economy. Dr. Bosu Tijani is really looking at, trying to see how we can actually push Nigeria forward.
Right.
From my interaction with her, I see that we are trying to see how we can maybe get more awareness, because people don't even know we have a satellite in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We don't know we actually have systems, but the thing is, when we start doing something, we just abandon it. So there's a lot of things we need to do to actually, showcase our work, and not just showcasing our work, to protect our country as well, our intellectual property. There's a lot of hours of work, and I'll just hand over to Ibukun to just talk.
Oh, yes.
With this.
All right, thank you very much, Samuel. Samuel has said so much about it, so I'm just going to talk about the mechanics and everything about it.
And don't lose us in the process.
Definitely, I'll try to keep calm. So yeah, we can see the Trailblazer Mars rover, and we tried to do something unique, not copying NASA or doing something that's been done. That's why we give it Trailblazer, doing something very unique and fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it uses the Rockabogie suspension mechanism mixed with the damping system. So that is like the first brain behind it, and also it has like.
Say that again, so you don't lose us.
Wow. In fact, you said the Rockabogie.
Yes.
What does that mean? By
that's the suspension system integrated in rovers, like the Perseverance, the Curiosity. They have this in their system to like drive over difficult terrain.
The terrain is usually
Yes.
it's not a tarred road.
That's like the shock absorber in my car.
Yes. So mixing the shock absorber in your car with the Rockabogie suspension mechanism, that's what we kept in this. And also it has like a rocket, but we've not kept the rocket fuel in it. So our idea behind it is it's able to like launch to a substantial altitude, and like once it comes down, it brings out the Nigerian flag and with a parachute. But then the idea, the brain behind it is like to show that we can like launch payloads into orbit, satellites from rovers. So this is a unique idea, something different. And also it has like test tubes. There's a scoop right in front of it there where you can like scoop samples and like put it in the test tubes, where you can also like do tests on them, and also an emergency shutdown button where you can like shut in case of fire emergency or any electrical damage in it. And also like a storage unit, so where you can like put remote controls, things you get around like the astronauts missions and all. And also there's a camera right in front of it there, where you can like get a 360-degree view of your surroundings, and also an ASCAM right there below it, where you can also like detect if you need to like do a bit of test on rock samples. You can do that also. And also we integrated the docking mechanism, but the docking station we've not developed it yet.
Right.
We've focused so much on this, but we kept it in the future plans. So that's the docking port. It's able to like dock to a docking station and then recharge through solar panels. So that's like a form of sustainability towards our project.
Brilliant. We need to see how this works at least. So I don't know if it's going to be you or Samuel. You can move it to our own testing ground behind there, so we can just see how this works. But this is quite brilliant. And you talked about so Samuel, do you want to take it, or Ibukun? Who wants to move it? Samuel.
Yeah, and just as you do that, I'm curious about the camera inside the machine. What are the functions of the camera? What feedback do you hope it will bring to you if you deploy it to space or underground?
We hope to get like rock samples, take pictures of them, because we developed a website where we can like analyze systems, analyze rock samples, soil samples, and then because there's you just have to connect it to your system. I think I'll start. Yeah.
Okay, by the way, we're starting off the rover prototype. So, Samuel, you have to stand beside him, so we can see the camera there.
Sure.
Okay.
And so these are like the antennas, and then we kept like lights,
And this scoops samples.
Okay, so you were talking about what the camera does. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trailblazer. That's what you call it. And we have Samuel and Ibukun here. They're about to walk us through. They created a rover prototype. So
first in Africa, kind of.
Made in Nigeria.
Made in Nigeria.
Say that again. How did you say that earlier?
First in Africa, made in Nigeria.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that this is the first rover prototype developed in Africa? In Nigeria,
yes.
Right. So this is first of its kind right here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like, how much did it cost to do this? I'm just curious because you had to build this from the scratch. I can see what materials are these on this.
So this is acrylic and galvanized aluminum sheets.
Right.
A few pipes using electric glues, different off-shelf components, just combining.
Just put it together.
Yes.
And recyclable materials as well. We have plastics. We have some. This is a 3D printer made of plastics. We have some pipes.
PLE.
Also, you printed this with 3D yourself from scratch.
Yeah. Then we also got some plastics as well. You see some buttons.
Yeah.
Then we got some iron. We folded. We did some soldering. You know, it was a lot of work.
So the next phase for you, pardon me, Bukola, the next phase for you. So you're continuing in that competition.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what kind of support do you need? Because we need to. Yes, we have challenges, economy and all, but we need to support the great ones that we have in our midst.
Yeah, so to be really we actually need a lot of awareness, trying to raise awareness in STEM, and trying to create like funding opportunities for this as well. Because we actually reached out to a lot of sponsors, a lot of organizations that could help us sponsor, but the economy is eating them.
But I can tell you there are those who want to support this, definitely, because this means a lot. And I'm looking at the applications. First, what this will do to the average young Nigerian out there, and what the application can be like for other things. So, are you trying to raise funds for this, or?
Yeah, we actually opened the sponsors. We need actually a lot of money because we want to go to South Africa, and we actually don't really have enough to get our tickets. So we actually open to different organizations that could help partner with us and make this better and greater for Nigeria.
So if Nick Comsat were to partner with you to push this, for instance, what would that partnership look like?
For example, we would need a lot of sort of visibility, and apart from that, also like some support for our transportation and logistics to South Africa, because we actually going to simulate this in a Mars environment, so red soil, everything, happening in Johannesburg, in Riversand. So we've already reached out to the organizers, they're expecting us, but and I've actually tried to reach out to the Nick as well, so it's ongoing.
Don't worry,
So
they're listening right now.
now.
But I want you to do this quickly because we have to anchor. I need this to go to Bukola, take a sample.
Why not, Kyle?
Analyze the sample.
Okay,
So this is
come,
Trailblazer
come.
discovering Mars, and
Come.
she's even red, and you know the sand in Mars is red.
Oh, it met an obstruction. So should I move?
So it's actually climbing her shoes right there. Fantastic. So he has a scooper, then he takes the sample. Ah, fantastic.
And I was going to ask, some of the materials, are they imported or everything is locally sourced?
Locally sourced.
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. So it speaks to our potential, right?
Yes.
Guys, I can go on and on with this. It's not just a toy. This means a lot for STEM in Nigeria, and the applications, I imagine, are endless. So it's important to support our own. Yes, let's talk about Elon Musk and SpaceX, but we also should talk about Trailblazers. We've been speaking with Samuel Loyefusi, space innovator, mechanical engineering student, Pan Atlantic University, and Ibukun Afolabi, also space innovator, mechanical engineering student. You are two of a team of 17.
14.
14 rather. 14. Thank you for the great work, and we look forward to seeing you do greater stuff. Thank you.
So this came to Mars, Bukola. I'm interested in the feedback from your camera after this time out.
Well, there you have it. We have to anchor at this point. It's been an interesting conversation. We'll play with this after the show. So make sure to have a great day. I'm Kayode Okikelu.
It's your perfect morning starter, and we're just starting the week. So join us again from tomorrow when we bring you another interesting edition. Speaking of which, Sunrise Daily is up next, so stay with Channels Television. I am Bukola Koka.